Hi guys, it's Miss Amy, and today I'm going to do a creative art afternoon. So this is for kids that are a little older, teens, adults even. This is something that I did in my art journaling group today. This is super simple, just little kind of little folio. So here's one that I got years ago when I was part of a stamping group, and I loved it. And I just happened to come across it in a box and said, oh, I want to do this again. So we are going to do this today. And this is a really cool gift tag for a box or a package, or maybe you're putting together a special basket for somebody. This is a great way to decorate and get creative too. So what you need is a couple of different kinds of, or colors, contrasting colors of cardstock. Works the best. So the first one, so what you're gonna do is you are going to cut a strip that is 8.5 by 3. So 8.5 inches by 3. So of course I picked a pencil that was not done. So there we go. So 8.5 by 3. I'm gonna do 8.5 by 3. I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna draw my line right there, okay? And then I'm going to do my 3 inches across so that I know where my strip is. This is going to be my base color of my cardstock. So I'm going to draw the line and cut it. If you have a paper cutter, you can do it super quick. You can make more than one at once, or you can just cut it out. So I'm gonna cut the first one out, which is 8.5 by 3. The strip is 8.5 by 3. Okay, so I cut that strip first. Okay, so now my lighter strip, whatever size that you have, it's gonna be at least as big as this, but it can be smaller. And this is going to be 2 3/4, and that creates this great little framing around the rectangle box adornment. So that is the measurement, 2 3/4. So I'm going ahead and do that, and I'm gonna go here, 2 3/4. Right there, I'm going to put my strip right like that, all the way down. Okay, I'm gonna cut that strip out, and this is for my overlayment inside. And this, I love doing cute, creative, fun things for packages. These make great Valentine, like cards and things like that. So, okay, so back to my original color. What I'm going to do is I am going to fold that strip, that base strip, in half. Okay, and then I'm going to fold this like this, okay, back to the middle, like that. And then on the other side, I'm going to fold it back, okay, to the middle again, okay? So you get 4 folds, crease them really good, okay? Let's get them all creased nice, like that. Okay, so it creates like an M or a W, depending upon how you have it. Okay, so that's what it should look like with 4. And then what I'm going to do is 1 7/8. I'm going to cut 5 little rectangles that are 1 7/8 across. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1 7/8, and that creates a nice little border for the inside. And I'm just going to measure 1, only 1. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that 1 out, okay? Then I'm going to put it on top here to measure my next one so that I don't have to measure, and I'm going to go ahead and cut. This is a trick that I use. I love to use it. It makes it so that it's right on, right spot on, and I don't have to measure, I don't have to draw lines. Okay, I'm gonna do the next one, just like that. Cut that, and I wanna cut 5 of these little strips. Okay, so you're gonna be left with a little piece at the end, and that is okay because we're gonna use that for something else. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's my 5. Now I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm going to put it on here so that I don't get glue all over the place. Okay, so now I have my strip, and on the inside, okay, of my little card that opens like this, I'm going to glue these little strips, and you can decorate these any way that you want. You can decorate them ahead of time. You can wait and you can decorate them after you put them in. That is up to you. Okay, so there's the first one. Okay, now I'm gonna do one on here and then here and then here. Okay, so really quickly, put all of those in like that. It creates a nice 1/8 of an inch little border. Okay, like that. Again, same thing. Glue it right in nice and tight. We're only gluing the 4 on the inside because we are going to do something with the ribbon. Oh, and I didn't tell you what you needed besides. That was my mistake. So you need a little piece of ribbon or string or something, or thread. It's up to embroidery thread would work. Okay, so now I've got all 4 of them like this, and I have a piece of ribbon, and the key to the ribbon is just that you have enough ribbon to go all the way around and then like tie a bow or a knot or whatever, okay? So that it fits all the way around your thing. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I am going to space it about halfway. I'm gonna glue my ribbon down in the middle, okay? I'm gonna glue it this way, okay? I'm going to glue my ribbon this way, but you could glue your ribbon up and down too, because it will still keep your whole booklet closed. And that's totally up to you. So, glued my ribbon down, okay? So there's my ribbon. Now I have one more, and this is kind of the cover. It's that last little piece that we cut that was the same size as all the other ones, which was 2 3/4 by 1 7/8. And I'm going to put that right on the front, right over my ribbon. Okay, goes right on the front over the ribbon. So now I can tie the ribbon, and that keeps my whole little booklet or my little tag tight and together. Okay, make sure there isn't extra glue so that it gets glued together. Okay, so now we have one more little thing, one more little adornment, and it is this cute little pocket envelope with a little itty bitty card because itty bitty is fun. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take a strip, okay, and I'm going to, it doesn't matter how big the strip is, and I'm going to do about 1.5 inches because 1.5 inches worked really nicely. And so I'm going to do about 1.5 inches. I'm going to kind of just measure it out in the middle. So 1.5 right there. Okay, so now I have 2 little dots, 1.5 inches. I have spacing on either side. So I'm going to cut about halfway in. Okay, same on both sides. All right, I'm going to fold this up. Okay, this is going to be my little pocket. Okay, a little pocket. All right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off. This kind of creates a fat T. Okay, so it's kind of a T shape like this. This is going to create your little envelope. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this down a little bit because I don't want it to be so high. Okay, but so there it is, like that. This is folded up. I'm going to fold these over like this. Okay, that creates my little pocket. But before I sew them together, so here they are, like this. Okay, and before I fasten them, I'm going to do a little thumb catch. I'm going to cut out a little thumb catch like that. And that's so that I can get my little card out of there. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these together. So, oops. I'm going to glue the 2 sides of the T together. Make sure you don't get glue on the other part. Okay, so I put them together. They're glued. There's the top part, and then the envelope I'm going to flip over, and I'm going to fold up the bottom of it and glue it, and that's so that it will stay and nothing will slip out of it. And then where all those folds come together on the back is where I'm going to glue it. So I'm going to glue the whole thing on the inside of my little adornment, and I'm going to put it like this right here. And what I'm going to do is one last thing is I am going to make an itty bitty card. Okay, and I'm going to measure it so that it is just a little bit smaller than that. And I'm going to, so I went like this and said, oh, look, that's a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to cut a portion of that off like that. I'm going to fold it in half so that it's like a little card. Whoops. Fold it in half like a little card, like that. Okay, and there it is, little card, little booklet. And then I can tuck it right inside my envelope. So there it is, right inside. I'm going to tuck it right in there. And I've got a little thumb catch to grab it with. And there is my little booklet, and I can tie it up with a bow like this. Okay, tie it right up, and there you have it. Hugs to you all. I hope you try this out. This is a really fun creative art afternoon, and have fun creating. All ages love this. Miss Amy.